Welcome back for a new video of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Today we're going to talk about mod farming and specifically the statistics behind mod farming. Hey guys, so we are back with It's a Maro. He recently did a very good analysis on the mod drop rate. We had an amazing weekend where we had 100% drop rate on the mod challenges with also double drop on the mod. So there was a lot of people doing mods, and the data that he gathered from this weekend and also before that, I believe, right, Mara?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So from the inception of the analysis until the end of the weekend, the double drop, we have quite an interesting analysis. Do you want to give us a quick brief of why did you decided to do that first?
Sure. I mean, first of all, I was really surprised when Capital Games actually made the drop rate become 100%.
Yeah.
Because before gathering this data was really hard, because sometimes you could get let's say 15 battles but get 3 mods, and maybe they were three tier 3 mods instead of tier 5.
Yeah.
So once they did the drop rate being 100% and they announced the double drops, I saw a lot of people hoarding energy, to get, let's say, 200 mods.
Absolutely.
I thought this was a good opportunity to track that data, because I mean, many people will actually have, for example, I made 6 different mods, so that was a huge amount,
Yeah.
And that way I could actually let's say gather more than 1,000 input points, and
that's a good basis to start, and having some kind of a trend. You can definitely see stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That was my aim with this experiment.
Got it. And I think it's funny because there was some rumors about the reason why they will drop, they would do a double drop plus. I mean, the 100% drop alone would hint maybe for a release of the tier 6 and tier 7 modes. There were some rumors about that. I don't know if that holds true. I think that could be a possibility, but what do you think about that?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it depends, because if they do that, they would have to do big content,
Yeah.
And, I mean, this is just our daily mod farming. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into the analysis that you've done. I've seen that definitely. I mean, for everybody who has farmed, I'm looking at the drop rate by color and see the repartition here. Seeing that everybody gets pretty much gray mode all the way, and just a few gold, 2% of gold seems pretty much accurate. I was kind of lucky. I'm gonna do with this video, I'm gonna also release a few rushes of my mod farming from this weekend, and I had maybe over maybe 100 modes. I think I had 1 or 2 gold modes, so it's pretty much accurate on the drop rate, definitely. And I think many people will see that as well, that what you gather definitely holds true.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is that to get, let's say, a plus, my best mod was a plus 19 speed one,
Yeah,
which is actually really good. But actually, to get that mod, let's say I had to get a 2% drop on the gold, but then
on top
after
of that,
that gold had to have the speed secondary, and then the speed hit secondary has to upgrade. So the probability is actually really, really low, less than 1% to get that type of mod,
Yeah. Yeah, that's I think for everybody who's trying to farm speed secondaries and thinking there is a quick way to do it, there is not. and
Exactly.
the chances to get one is just RNG all the way. And there's no really a golden recipe to do that. One thing that I found very interesting also, and I'm glad that somebody did the analysis, is the comparison between the left side and the right side. When I saw that, I was like, man, that's amazing, because I definitely think that I'm getting square, diamond, and circle all the way. And arrow, triangle, especially triangles, are super rare. I even keep some of my 3 dots, triangles, critical damage, and critical chance because I'm like, okay, I barely see them when I'm farming, so I'd rather keep those than sell them.
Exactly. I mean, I actually noticed this when I was like remodeling my team. I was looking for specifically crit damage triangle from many sets that had the speed secondary, and I had only one.
Yeah.
So that made me question myself that why do I have so many like diamonds instead of triangles? And like let's say the results speak for themselves actually.
Definitely, yeah. And did you do I think you've done I wasn't sure if you've done the analysis to see, yeah, the critical damage. You had a table. Do you want to go through the table where you actually say,
yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the thing here is that the left side, let's say you always will have the same primary stats.
Yeah.
Let's say on the square you'll always have offense, on the diamond you will always have defense, and on the circle you either have health or protection.
Yeah.
But on the right side, the primaries vary a lot. For example, you have the crit avoidance, or let's say protection, or speed arrow. You have the health, the offense, the protection triangle, and you have, let's say, the same thing for the cross, essentially. So the thing is, to get left side mods with speed, it will be really easy because they drop so much. But to get the right side mods with speed secondary, it will be very hard. For example, if you go to the table, you'll find out that the crit damage triangle only drops 0.91%.
Which is crazy.
That means 1 out of, let's say, every 100 mods you get will be a crit damage. But now imagine how hard it will be for that mod to have a speed secondary.
And then to upgrade on that secondary as well. Yeah, it's crazy. And so, and that's also a very good comment, and something that you, for the players that are out there, and that when they go through the mode shop and they say, well, I'm not sure this mode is valuable or not. Well, definitely, if you see a crit damage triangle with a speed secondary, it's a no-brainer. Just spend the crystal, just spend the credits, get it.
Actually, at some point, I would say even the crit damage triangle, even if it is a gray,
yeah,
I would buy it because you still have the chance like to get, let's say, a +3, +4, +5 speed if you're lucky with the upgrades. But I mean, if you see like getting 1% drop rate of a specific mod that you actually need right now, that people are making like certain specific teams for rating and for heroic AAT and that stuff, I would actually like recommend buying the mod even if it is great.
Yeah, and I agree. It's a very good recommendation. And I think, do you think that applies also for all the right side modes?
It depends. For example, a speed arrow actually has a 1.59%. It is still really low, and it will be like the difference between 0.91 and 1.59. I think it's irrelevant actually.
Yeah.
And sometimes like speed arrows you always need, but for example, offense crosses you don't always need. It's like for clones and maybe for resistance and maybe even, let's say, for droids if you want to, but I wouldn't recommend, let's say, that much offense crosses as buying speed arrows, because speed arrows you will always find a use for them,
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, definitely. I think, I mean, I don't know about you during this weekend and the mod farming, but I was lucky enough to get about 3 speed arrow, gray. But I was like, hey, I'll take that any day,
Exactly. No, as I said, I got over 380 mods because I hoarded energy and spent a lot of crystals. And I got maybe like 5.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I will of course use and I will of course upgrade. But then I got one that was an MK3 tier instead of an MK5. And I was, let's say, a little disappointed because the difference is actually 9 speed. And 9 speed is actually like noticeable,
It is.
So that is when I did like the analysis between the tier, and I was actually glad with the results I found, which were MK5.
Yeah, and I mean, I've seen the drop rate comparison that you've done between the the MK tiers, and the 5 is definitely the one that prevails. Huh? If you get an MK4, it's pretty rare apparently.
Exactly. I mean, it's still like 10% getting an MK3 or an MK4, but I mean, having at least an 80% chance of getting an MK5 is really good.
Yeah.
Because, of course, all this is random, let's say, pure RNG, and the chance of you getting a specific mod is really, like, as you said, it's less than like 0.05% to get a speed secondary on a critical damage triangle.
Yeah.
So then you have to imagine how hard it will be for it to be like a gold mod, and especially how hard it will be to be an MK5 mod, because imagine you get like the perfect mod but just MK3.
Yeah.
Then you wonder like, oh, should I keep it? Should I sell it? What should I do?
That's true. I mean, that's very true. Did you have on the data sets that you obtained? Did the people tell you which kind of modes were there? Which kind of mode set they were farming?
I mean, yes and no. Some people did, some others did.
Okay.
I had a personal strategy that was farming on Saturday, crit damage and crit chance.
Okay.
And on Monday, speed set.
Yeah.
Most of the people that sent me the data like shared my opinion.
Okay.
They did crit damage and speed mainly. Why? Okay. Because these are the ones that need like 4 mods to create a set.
Yeah.
So that is what they actually farmed the most. There was no difference between, let's say, me farming speed or you farming critical damage. Like the outcome was statistically the same, let's say.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Yeah, because I think, I mean, there's no surprise that probably if we were to have a report on the whole community spending their energy this weekend, was probably the main thing was on speed, and probably second coming close would be the critical damage. Yeah.
Exactly.
And one other thing one other question I have, like, so based on that analysis, did that change anything to on your way of farming modes moving forward?
Yes, but not so much in the farming, because I actually used to not refresh back when it was like only, let's say, it wasn't 100% drop rate.
Okay.
And I think I won't refresh anymore, because then I will fill my inventory, as you can see, like with a 70% chance. So every 10 mods I get, 7 will be on the left side. The left side.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of circles, diamonds, and squares with speed secondaries.
Okay.
So what actually this made me consider was the way I was spending my credits on the mod shop.
Definitely, yeah.
Because I was, let's say, seeing a circle with 5 speed, a blue circle with protection and 5 speed. I was like, oh, of course I need to buy this. But now I'm actually considering if I actually have to buy that or wait, for example, a specific cross or a triangle, as we said before.
Yeah. Because
those are the hard modes to get.
Yeah. I think this is the biggest takeaway as I'm seeing this. When I saw, like, again, that chart about the left and right hand side, I was like, man, for me, that will change the way that I definitely spend the credits on the mod shops. Definitely.
Exactly. I mean, especially because as we said, the left side always will have the same primary stats. The right side varies.
Absolutely.
So let's say playing with the combinations you can get is what actually will make your characters better, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's very good. I mean, thank you so much, it's Maro, for doing this report. As of a hobby, I mean, as I'm very interested into data as well, and that's why when I saw it, I was like, man, let's get into this. That was really interesting to get into the details. So, and again, the more we have this kind of analysis, the more we'll be able to spend better the credits and kind of beat the game at its own game. So that's the good thing about this. That's why I like it.
Exactly. I mean, I'm a data analyst. Like, that's my profession in real life. So
okay, so that explains
the beauty I see in data is precisely having the data to take the better decisions.
Absolutely.
And I think that with this, that let's say I analyze, people can actually make a better decision when spending their credits or when spending their crystals, because people actually spend crystals on mods as well.
Yeah.
Like for upgrading or for refreshing the mod shop or whatever. Yeah. So these could actually make you or help you make better decisions.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much, Maro. We're gonna end it up here. And do you have anything else that you want to share with everybody out there?
Yes. Whenever you see a gold mod, actually buy it, even if it has offense or speed. That was the only two, maybe critical chance. Those were like the only secondary speeds I tracked. Buy
Okay.
because they're the most important. You don't want any gold mod upgrading 4 times the defense, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for the tip, and well, I hope that we'll see more report for you. I mean, if you need any data, just don't hesitate. I'll definitely give anything that I can to you. I saw your post too late, I believe, when this came out. But that report analysis is amazing. Thank you so much, man.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. See ya.
There you have it, guys. Long story short, if you want the best bang for your bucks, go into the mod shop, and if you see a right hand side mode that has a speed secondary, that's a golden mode that only requires credit, just spend your credits there. Also, if you have some good primaries like critical damage triangle, critical chance triangle, speed arrow, potency primary on a cross, which is also potency set, for instance, those are the modes that you want to look for in the mod shop. That's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you didn't already. We have a giveaway at that time. It is the 30th of May. We have a giveaway. Go check the channel and you'll see we just reached 100 subscribers. So thanks to you guys. And I'll see you next time.
Hasta la vista, baby.